240 yards today and 3 touchdowns with 1 interception. Andrew?
Tommy, I think obviously big growth from last week to this week, but still a ton of room to still grow into. I guess what went better in the passing game today and what still needs to be improved on?
Right, so it's definitely better from the first game, but we still did not execute as well as we want to. Maryland played well on defense, Going into it's kind of the same deal as last week. We don't have a lot of film on them because they only had one game, so we can only really go off that one game, but there's no excuse for that. We just need to be able to execute better.
Steven?
Seemed like you tried to extend a lot of plays with your feet and not necessarily a lot of great results came out of that. A lot of incompletions, the interception in Hakeem. What are you kind of seeing there? And on both sides, what needs to improve when a play breaks down?
Right, there's not really a simple answer to as far as that when the play breaks down because anything can happen, but just something that we need to discuss more, communicate more about, and something that we need to practice more often.
Are you looking for, I think there's a couple of the 2 fourth downs, are you looking for more options? Do you feel like when you're looking back at those you need to make a different decision?
Right, there's a lot of it that goes into it. People can run some things different ways. I can do different things. There's a million outcomes that can happen from that.
Do you feel like, so you talked about building relationships with the guys. I know how important that is to you. Tristan and Hakeem, guys who you're really close with, what's it like to feel that, not being tested in a bad way, but this is kind of what you prepare for, right? All the time and effort you spend building relationships with them. Does it feel like this is where it's being tested?
Right, yeah, for sure. I mean, with anything that's what you consider bad or downhill is something where you're always going to be tested. But you can only grow from there and only learn from it. And it's good that we get to see those bad things on tape. Not good in a game, but you get to learn from that and be better for the next week.
Mario and Chris?
Do you feel you made a jump forward from week 1 to week 2? How would you assess your gameplay today?
I don't think it was too much different from last week. I think that we moved the ball a little bit better on offense, but we need to be able to execute more in the red zone. And I'll take the blame for that because I'm the leader of the offense, so I don't think we did too well. We need to put more points up on the board.
Chris and then Nico.
Hey, Tony, talk about your offensive line. Do they do okay today? I know you got sacked 4 times. Is this something you guys have to work on next week to get that running game established?
Right, for sure. It's kind of like any other position group. There's always something to be better at, but for them, they do a great job up front, picking up the different protection, different blitzes, all that kind of deal, especially with, like I said before, having not a lot of film on them to be able to know what some of their tendencies might be. So for what we were given, I think they did a better job, but there's always room for improvement.
Nico?
Anytime, I'm sure when there's a loss, you just want to get right back out there and play again. It just so happens that next time you go out there, it's Clemson and all the stuff around there. I know you're not focused on that at this moment, but does that almost seem like an opportunity to you guys? You can go out there, correct things, and it just so happens to be it'll be a huge national audience against those guys.
Right, it's a big opportunity for sure, but like I always say, it doesn't matter who's in front of you. Same opponent, anyone can win, lose, kind of deal. You don't want to look into the media or any of that deal of it, but it's a good experience, and it's going to be a long week, and you're always waiting for that next game to come for sure.
A couple more questions. Andrew?
Tommy, it looked like on a lot of those scramble drills, sort of broken play rollouts, you were rolling, looking for options. Would you rather try and roll out and use all that field before taking off and running, or are there times where you might look back on the tape and think I should start running more? Or do you want to sort of rein back the quarterback? Obviously, this offense has been an offense that has had a quarterback running for some years. Is that sort of not your style, or do you need to become more comfortable, or is that something where you want to do it and just didn't see the looks today? I guess, how do you sort of approach that?
Right, so obviously in the past you guys seen the offense with a lot of running quarterbacks, but personally myself I would like to extend the plays more with passing, but I'm sure there's parts in the film when I go back and watch where I could have ran and got a couple more yards rather than waiting to throw the ball. So there's a whole bunch of different pictures I'll be able to look at, and I'll learn from that this week on film.
2 more questions. John?
Tony, preseason and start of the year, there's been a lot of tension on this team, ranked in the polls. Can a loss like this refocus the group where maybe we're not as good as we thought we were after week 1, but we're not nearly as bad as we played at Maryland? We got to find, what we are as a team.
Right, for sure. Like I mentioned in the past, I don't think the rankings had any play on how our mindset was. We don't really pay a lot of mind to it because they can rank us in the top, they can rank us in the bottom. It doesn't matter. We're still going to go out and have to play football. But as far as refocusing after this game, for sure, Coach always has a saying that don't let them beat you twice, meaning that when you come off a loss, you want to have a better mindset and more excitement moving into the next week, and don't let that loss fall and have a ripple effect and go down.
Last question, second row in the middle.
So you had some success today moving the ball downfield, kind of with bigger, getting bigger chunks of yardage with longer passing plays. Is that something you're going to look to do more in the coming weeks? Is work on extending the field more and picking up yardage more in big chunks?
Right, for sure. It definitely helped with the defense that they were playing. That's something that we were able to take advantage of. But as far as the run game, we're going to be able to exceed in that as well. I'd like to think we're a balanced offense. As far as everybody knows, we're all past us, that the other thing. But we have a lot of good running backs in the room, and I think we're going to do big things.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy.